go ahead and, you know what? Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's get patriotic, folks. Let's talk.
Not even patriotic. Let's get busy.
Let's get
down to business.
American.
Yes, and the only way to do that, and if you're going to get American, you need to do it in style.
You go ahead.
And I, being the leader of the Ravens flock, know a thing or two about style.
Dig this, clowns. Check this out, folks.
You know, I just realized something. He technically looks like a Polaroid opposite of Sam Wilson.
Almost.
Close enough.
Here we go. Here we go. Put this over there for now, and...
Hey,
that's how you do it right.
Yes.
That's how you do it right.
Fancy.
If you can't...
Not quite as fancy as the vibranium one, but we had to work with what we could get.
Hey, man, it's all about keeping the spirit alive. And yes, folks, we're going to talk about the season finale of Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okay.
Or actually, no. I think you mean Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
You know what?
You
are absolutely right. But before we talk about it, folks, if you're watching it and if you haven't seen any of the episodes yet...
There was one spoiler right there.
Yeah,
totally.
there are spoilers that we're going to be talking about.
We're just going to talk all the shit we want here. It's happening right now.
So if you don't want to hear any of the spoiler information, then go ahead and tune out right now. Or rather, just tune out for a little bit and come back in a couple minutes later. So let's
go watch the show and then come watch us.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So this season only had 6 episodes, but 6 episodes was enough to tell this awesome tale. I love it from beginning to end. I love Sam Wilson's let's pick apart of it one by one. First of all, I want to talk about it because it looks cool. The new cap suit from Sam Wilson. Come on, let's get it out.
It is the most accurate they have ever been when it comes to their comic book counterparts. This is genuinely one of the best design, accuracy-wise, one of the best costumes they could have come up with. Also, I'm going to assume that thing is made of vibranium or enlaced with vibranium, because otherwise stopping that truck would have fucking destroyed his arms.
No, you're
I'm
probably
going to
right.
assume vibranium is involved in there at some point.
Like, you got to remember the new Captain Falcon, Captain America suit that was gifted to him was created by the Wakandans for him. So maybe there's vibranium lacing in it. Who knows? Not sure. Can't tell. But you know what? You're probably right. Like, reinforce like joint areas or whatever. Reinforce with like fabric vibranium. Maybe.
Because even with the jet thrusters of his wings, stopping a truck with his arms when we know he doesn't have the serum, that would have snapped his forearms would have exploded from the sheer momentum alone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Vibranium had to have been involved.
The other thing with when he's in flight and the wings are outstretched on shit, he ain't a falcon at that point. That's a fucking American bald eagle right there. It's
glorious
beautiful
and shiny.
It's beautiful. Okay.
All right. Now let's get into the discussion. Let's go. Let's.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Can I? All right. Because you're about to say you're over here monopolizing. Like, I know that I was talking about the Josh fight, but like, you can't be the only.
Just like an American monopolizing all the things.
God damn it! All right. So like, the point is like the 6-part miniseries event or whatever. It was beautiful. It was bombastic. Of course, there was discussions about like, okay, a black man becoming Captain America, which is something that's been discussed in the comics as well. Like, people like trying to crap on that, and oh hey, the Winter Soldier is a psycho assassin dude, and he's got clear PTSD, even though he's been healed from like his Winter Soldier brainwashing. He still has PTSD.
You never heal from the pain.
No, what is it that he said in Civil War? When Tony was trying to strangle, do you even remember them?
I remember all of them.
All of them.
He remembers everyone. He's a Mordard.
Unfortunately, no amount of therapy will cure the fact that you've been a puppeteer of your body puppeteer inside your own body for 70 plus years, and you are forced to remember every single person you killed. I don't know how good his memory is. He probably has forgotten a few of them based on it, but yeah, no, there's like the psychiatrist was helping him essentially keep on living, not get himself healed.
Yeah. But one of the things I want to talk about here is throughout the entire season, the character progression of Sam Wilson, how he started and how it culminated to him finally becoming Captain America, finally accepting the shield.
Like, it's
while
fucking
dealing
crazy.
with the immense responsibility that he once ran away from, as he felt himself somewhat unworthy, both by his race and because, well, Steve represented a very lofty ideal. In fact, the inability or the attempts of people to live up to Steve's ideals is one of the running tenets of the series, if you think about it.
It is.
Or what he represented.
It like I even like mentioned it while while our buddy Jody from Jody's Corner, the beautiful big bearded man over in California, like he's like I even mentioned it over there on the chat. It reminds me of, I know I made Metal Gear jokes, but it reminds me of folks trying to interpret the will of the boss, and you have Zero and Big Boss.
That's
both
pretty
fucking
good.
it
That's
up.
pretty good.
They
Yeah.
both
That's
fuck it
pretty
up.
good.
And everyone trying to live up to this loftiness that Steve Rogers lived by, even though he was a flawed man himself. He was supposed to be a man who's willing to put himself aside for the sake of others. But when the chips came down to it, in Civil War, he risked everything, and he risked the safety of others for one man.
He is ultimately human, and he is also capable of being selfish and making bad decisions with consequences that haunted him for quite some time, if I recall.
But folks don't look at that. They only look at what he's done and what they project onto him. And that includes, of course, like the discovery of the character Isaiah Bradley, the very first black man to be a Captain America. And the story that they laid out was like fucking tragic, because he was thrown in jail by the military for over 30 years for the same thing that Steve did. He disobeyed orders, ran away from the base, and went off to go save his fellow soldiers who were captured.
Yeah.
Question. Refresh my memory here. Did he succeed in saving those soldiers?
Yes.
Or did they die?
He
He
succeeded.
succeeded.
But they didn't.
Unfortunately, we can't have a black Captain America in those times. So guess what, buddy? You're going to Negro jail.
And it was
no, they actually played that for like the genuine tragedy of the fact that yes, it was a genuinely unfair, cruel treatment, and that actually compounds on the main problem with Sam and with his counterpart John Walters.
Johnny Walker.
Sorry.
Yeah.
On one hand, we got Sam, who is essentially going, Steve was my friend, but I don't know if I can live up to him. Also, I'm not sure if America is ready to accept a black Captain America. And on the other hand, we have John Walker, who knows that he's not a good man, or rather he's not a perfect man, but he knows that he's a good soldier. And as we saw in the previous, I think it was episode 3 or 4, he confessed himself that he doesn't feel like he has what it takes to live up to it, but he wants to try. Remember when he went to the school and he started downplaying himself? I like to believe that humility was to an extent real. He genuinely did not believe he may have been as much of a good man as they expected to, but he really wanted to live up to that idea, if only for himself, before everything went really fucking badly for a while.
Oh, yes. And that's something I want to talk about. John Walker and his transition from becoming the next Captain America to eventually becoming the U.S. agent from the comics.
Folks, real quick, for the record, can I just take one moment? Can we give Wyatt Russell, the actor who played John Walker, can we give him a proper golf clap on this one?
Yes, he deserves it.
Holy
honestly,
I hated this guy.
I might
Holy
go as far as
fuck.
to say that I genuinely enjoy his arc more than Sam's. I'm not gonna be the sourpuss and say that I hated this show. I'm just gonna say I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Personally, while I did like the fact that they brought back Isaac, I feel like Sam's stressing over his own Sam stressing over his own skin color falls a little flat in a world where War Machine exists.
Kind of. But
I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, in the world of Marvel, I feel like racism might be a slightly, it might not be as prevalent on the grounds that A, we already have seen plenty of black superheroes that help save the world. B, an entire nation of Africans help save the universe. And B, bro, we underwent a cataclysmic galactic alien invasion. I'm not saying it's going to change the nature of humankind. I'm saying it genuinely should not be as prevalent as they try to make it out to be here. At least at this point in the universe.
That. No, I totally get that. And I totally get what you're saying. What you're saying with that, okay, why are we worrying about race when we literally had half the universe snap out of existence? And I totally get that. The issue with that is that if you look at one of the themes, the arcs in the story of Falcon and Winter Soldier, is that with with everyone being snapped back into existence and everything going back to normal, the governments of the world are trying to reassert their power, and that brings back a lot of the old nasty like hang-ups that come with it, including the advent of systemic racism and institutionalized like marginalization of people. That's why our bad guys, the Flag Smashers, are like they're like, that's another interpretation of the boss's will, trying to make the world one. We're trying to
terrorism for the sake of destroying all borders.
Exactly.
Destroy and destroy until there's no borders left.
Exactly, and it's like it's messed up because like on the one hand, like, and Sam tries to even talk to the girl Carly, who's like the head of the group. He's like telling like, I get what you're fighting for, but I cannot approve of the way you're fighting. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're buying into this patriotic shit. You're buying into the old ways of these governments. You don't know what they had to go through. You don't know what they did. Like, child, you don't know what they fucking did growing up. Like, hello? Growing up,
he literally says, I get it. I'm from the deep south. You know what the best part is? I wish Bucky had just looked at her and gone, bitch, please.
Well,
yeah. Well, here's
Bucky,
the thing.
like Bucky was more there for smash and action.
Yeah,
Sam was the one who was trying to have the conscience.
We have to remember.
Yeah,
go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the only one who was trying to make sense and who was trying to help this girl was Sam. While every other character in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier are basically telling Sam, "No, that's not a good idea. No, there's no saving her." But Sam
kill the bitch.
But Sam was the only one trying to hold on to some form of hope.
Like,
which
and
of course made it all the tragic when a returning character pops a cap in her ass.
That would be Sharon Carter. Who?
Sorry, do you mean Traffic? No, that was hilarious, and I hope that she emptied the whole clip on her face.
Like, I wouldn't say tragic. I wouldn't say tragic. It's more. It's not like, oh, such a beautiful thing is now gone. Like, no, it's more tragic. Like, you see the child she's trying to fight. She's trying to fight Captain America and trying to beat his ass down with the shield and trying to be like, no, you like fight back, damn it. Like, and she's like so convinced that she has to resolve to violence when he's refusing. He's like, no, I'm not going to fight back. We gotta fucking see reason, fucking knock it off. Like, and there is that glimmer of like, okay, maybe he can get through to her. And the tragedy is more like she fucking gets gunned down.
She's gone.
Yeah, like, and killed.
To be fair though, nothing ever awaited her. At this point in the show, how many innocent people has she killed already with absolutely no remorse?
She's killed a couple, which obviously isn't acceptable. It's more the point.
Remember that time she set a whole bus on fire with people inside just to make an escape?
Well, hang on. Let Juan make his point, please.
No, you're right. Go ahead. No, you're right. She was like so inured with like the fact that the only response that she could get with was violence. He was trying like fucking crazy to snap her out of that. And there's the possibility that he might have succeeded. He was close before. He was trying like hell to like show like help her get her out of the aggression, get her mindset out of that. So fucking sit down and fucking talk it out. But Sharon Carter pops her in the fucking jaw, like unloads on her and fucking kills her. So, and yeah, in any other situation, it's the sort of person that like, okay, if they're not going to stop, you have to stop them. But on the other hand, it's that like. Well, Sam was so close last time.
Maybe it was fucked up. Like, oh shit, there goes a chance of actually trying to get her over on our side.
Not even over on our side.
Or not over on our side, or try to have her see reason.
This is one of those situations where there is no good ending, no matter which way. If he manages to convince her to stand down, nothing but life in prison will await her for the rest of her life. She has too much blood in her hands that she voluntarily took with absolutely no regret. And in fact, fucking Walker called her out on that when she just goes, I'm sorry about your friend. I didn't mean to kill people that don't matter. And he interrupts her. Oh, so Lamar's life didn't matter.
Lamar's life mattered.
And she has no answer to that before he runs in and starts laying the WWE smackdown on everything that moves.
Like, that's
I gotta say, I'm impressed with how well they handled this particular arc, because I won't lie to you. The moment that his character got dishonorably discharged, I'm like, okay, he's going to go 100% antagonistic right now. And to my surprise, he didn't. That was genuinely one of the best bits of the writing. That was good. When he's briefly split between avenging my honor or protecting the innocent, and he jumps to the other side without hesitation, that made me see that, hey, wow, you got it. There might be a good person in there somewhere.
Yes.
Like that was actually genuinely nice. I liked that.
Yeah,
It's
like-
it's that the whole bit of it was when he fucking murdered the other flag smasher
Oh, yeah,
with the shield. No, the next episode after that, it starts with him running away from the scene. He throws the shield down after he's like hidden, and he's seriously having a mental PTSD moment of like, oh God, what have I fucking done? Oh God, this is wrong. And then he tries to snap himself out like, no, this is a mission. They're bad guys. I kill bad guys. No. And like, he's still trying to wrestle with that.
He's the perfect soldier. Guys.
You can see the soldier mentality like imposing itself. Like he reacted exactly as a person would when they kill somebody in the heat of passion. And then the training reasserted itself. It was genuinely impressive.
Yes, to sum him up in basic forms, he is not an evil guy. He is the perfect soldier, but he is not a good man.
That's why. That's where we got Captain Falcon up on this bitch. And he doesn't have the super soldier serum. He doesn't have like all the like beautiful aesthetic qualities that you had on there for Steve Rogers, but Sam Wilson is fucking Captain America, like invariably.
Yep. And Sam Wilson is Captain America. John Walker becomes the U.S. agent, and maybe next season we'll probably get a different shield for Walker. Who knows?
And Baron Zemo once again gets away with it like a smarmy fuck.
Oh yeah, his role in all this was freaking awesome.
By the way, this dude that was living in a modest looking home in the Civil War movie turns out to be he was actually quite a rich baron, which makes sense because how else could he get the resources to arrange what happened during the Civil War movie?
Well, of course,
it's obvious that Zemo had some money, so it turns out that no, he really was a baron, and he just had essentially, kept his family on a nice secluded location that just happened to be in Sokovia, and Iron Man decided to try out his new AC/DC remix album, and the heat of the mixtape was to fire
and everything else
down, and
everything else they say is history. But yeah, we all knew that he was. Like at some point they had to bring up the whole Baron shit because hey, you got to keep some sort of accuracy to the comics. In the comics, he was Baron Zemo.
Yeah. Also, we need a proper antagonist for the next Captain America movie.
That being said, I will nitpick just one thing. I wish we would have gone a little bit more in depth with the Winter Soldier. I like how they showed the part in Wakanda where they're trying to help him with his mental conditioning. That was good. I liked how he okay. They did explain that he's trying to make amends, or rather, he thinks he's trying to make amends.
But he's really just trying to get himself out of guilt trip.
Yes,
for himself.
And I like how.
Can you blame him? How do you make amends from something like that?
You can't. So in the end, I like how they finally showed him go face to face with the dude from the first episode, whose son,
the old Asian dude, whose son he killed without meaning to because he was Winter Soldiering.
Yes, and I like that he went through with it, and he had to accept it, and he accepted the consequences, and that alone is powerful. So so I take it back. They did go a little bit in depth with the Winter Soldier. I hope they explore more.
Likewise,
and I know one thing that's getting people perturbed or whatever the fuck, and I know that this is a one nitpick or I guess criticism that you had with the season finale here, Angel. That would be basically after Captain America and the Winter Soldier wound up fighting and defeating these guys. The freaking government dudes are all like, oh hey, so we're going to go ahead and continue with this thing. And we've got a fucking speech from Sam Wilson basically saying guys, do you see what these fucking crazy people did? They got themselves juiced up on superpowers to try to stop you from doing this shit. You need to come up with a different solution. You need to come up with something better because you don't want to see what the next person is going to do to try to stop you. Because if this is what this one girl was willing to do, she managed to get a whole movement of people around the world to support her. You don't want to see what the next Carly Montesquieu or whatever her name is. You don't want to see what the next one's going to be like because they're going to be even worse. You got to do better. And the way you do that is you have to remember that these are people that are desperate, that are afraid, that these are people who are living in fear, just like you guys did tonight because these guys were here to fucking kill you. Put that in mind instead of your political leanings or financial or whatever the fuck. And remember that you're here to help with the people first.
Because yes, Angel,
that's the thing. Juan, you said it better than what the actual episode said.
Okay,
you condensed it nice and short. I wish they had gone with your version instead.
Yes, because at the end of the day, Angel, you are right. Yes, what they did was acts of terrorism, but before they became terrorists, they were people.
I understand. You know who else was people?
Who?
All the innocents they blew up in that food shelter.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's this is just a personal bias. I love morally gray villains every now and then. But about the moment when you start basically attacking innocent people that have done nothing to you, I'm gone, bro. I'm genuinely gone. And I wish that they have condensed that speech, like make it like one paragraph shorter, and I'd be behind it. As it felt to me, it just felt like, hang on, we gotta stop the show so we can tell you what the lesson of the show is, kind of thing. I get it, but I felt like it could have been delivered better, you know?
Okay, fair
a
enough.
little more concise.
No.
That being said, you know what? It's only fair that I ask this question.
Go ahead.
Because Juan, you clearly are the one who enjoyed this show the most of us all.
I did
Do you
too.
have any? Well, yes, but Juan is the one that has the passionate style right now. So
I'm wearing a cap shirt.
Yeah, but I've got
Yes.
the words.
yeah, because see, you're the Walter to his Wilson right now. So what bothered you about the show? What did you not like about the show?
Okay, bit that got me like really on it was the reveal of Sharon Walker.
Sharon
Sharon
Carter.
Carter. Jesus, sorry, this whole Walker of Sharon Carter being the bad guy, being the power broker.
Yeah,
Same.
So
the power.
like and that they wound up it's like saying like, okay, like Sam kept his word. He got her a full pardon for the government and allowed her to return to America, and even working with what was it, the FBI or CIA?
CIA. She's back in the Pentagon.
She is Agent Carter once again, and instead of shedding her life of crime that she led in order to survive, because when you're on the run, you need to align yourselves with dirty people in order to not be killed, and that includes having to deal dirty shit. Instead of her trying to like reform or whatever, we've got to
Nah,
you know
fuck
what?
it.
Super soldiers may be off the menu, but now I've got access to all this government tech. We're gonna funnel this shit and make a buttload of money. Like,
See, one of the issues with the series.
your great aunt, Sharon Carter, Peggy Carter would slap you in the fucking mouth for this. That's the bit that kind of gets me like, come the fuck on, Sharon. What the fuck?
One
Steve
problem
would be
with the
disappointed.
series, and this is what I feel like. This is like my genuine flaw complaint with the Falcon and the Winter Pigeon, is the fact that for certain drama to happen, we have to ignore previous established movies. Okay, so we are suffering from a lack of resources, and we got a lot of people. Did we forget that Tony Stark invented a new element and a source of unlimited energy? Why are we not using that to literally improve this world? It doesn't matter if he's dead. We have Bruce Banner around. Where the fuck is Bruce Banner?
Bruce Banner
Second.
can't touch that shit.
He should try it. I mean, he's a fucking super genius. Point in case is, we have something we can work with here. Second, that issue with Miss Carter. We issued a full pardon to all the remaining Avengers who were alive during the events of the snap. And another one for the ones that came back. We know Sharon Carter was alive during that time. Why didn't any other Avengers came through and went, hey, I like to put in a good word? Why didn't Captain America go, hey, guys, listen, I know shit's bad, but my girlfriend, Sharon Carter, is on the run. Can we get a pardon for her too? Because if she really helped me out and she doesn't deserve to be on the run.
Holy
Give me
shit!
something to
We've
work
had
with
people
here.
on. We've had people on the chat this whole time.
All right.
Sorry,
Oh,
you go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you no.
The last thing I have to say that genuinely bothers me is the drama between Sam and his sister for the lack of money.
Yeah.
Bro, Sam should be fucking loaded.
But apparently,
even
avenging
putting
doesn't pay
aside-
the bills.
Avenging doesn't pay the
That's
bills.
it.
They
No,
made that clear.
That's stupid. He has a job as a government contractor that allows him to maintain his incredibly delicate and expensive tech. Do you guys have any idea how much money a government contractor in his position makes?
Loads. But so
Let
yeah,
me give you an estimate.
it
Let me
should.
give you an estimate. It's 5 figures a month. That issue with your sister and the boat, that should have been solved by episode 1 of him just going, but let's not forget, Sam lives by himself in a relatively modest house/apartment, which means that he doesn't spend much on himself. Even if you pound in the costs of his extremely expensive technology, which by the way is not a problem anymore because apparently Wakanda can just give him that shit, the dude should have no money problems whatsoever at all. So I feel like that drama was there for the sake of, we gotta pad this episode and we need a reason for the main character to be sad.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we'll get back to.
No, I get what you're saying on that. It does feel like the drama's a little bit off balance. I'm gonna go ahead and answer the chat over here real quick. Yours truly, Billy, and our friend Noro Taku's
Billy.
on here. Yours truly,
Laura,
Billy, was
honey,
saying,
how are you doing?
hi, I missed last week's stream, sadly, because I was busy. What did I miss? What did I miss? Fucking typos. Controversial question. PC or consoles? I used to play on consoles, so I switched to PC. That was the main reason, and I couldn't be happier. Angel is part of the PC master race. We're still on consoles.
We're still on consoles because we enjoy console gaming.
But then again, so does
There's
Angel if you
Then
look
so does
behind him.
Angel.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with consoles. I still have my consoles. I'm not gonna throw them away, but I recommend you seriously consider going to PC. Right now, the companies are simply not doing right for their customers with consoles. The consoles are getting bigger and more expensive, and the game collections are getting smaller and smaller. I went to GameStop today. The PlayStation, for example, the PlayStation shelf in the PlayStation 3 era, it used to be 2 shelves. For PlayStation 4 is 1 shelf, and for PlayStation 5 is a quarter of a shelf.
Wow.
Right now, your best option is to go to PC, get yourself a good pre-built rig, or make it yourself if you want to. You'll get far more options, far better deals, and okay, fine, you need internet, but at this point, everybody has it. So if you got a console, keep it. But if you want to upgrade, go to PC. It's the way.
What other comments has he mentioned?
All right. It was also said he didn't care about spoilers. Nora saying, "Hi guys, back from my 2000s memories of my high school years. Holy shit!" I know that. And it says, "Cool guys, no need to apologize for seeing the chat late." Yeah, no, we were kind of caught up in the heat of discussion and stuff.
Yay, we're cool.
Our burning patriotism blinded us to what we were seeing.
It's all right because you know what? Despite what we think, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a huge success, so big that right now Captain America 4 is currently in the works. Reported by different sources, including IGN. A 4th Captain America movie is in the works with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier creator and showrunner Malcolm Spellman co-writing its script.
Which is funny because we've also had other reports of Chris Evans wanting to return for another route as Steve Rogers here. So is this going to be like a flashback of him, or is he going to be old Steve Rogers? Are we going to have Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers fighting for the Shield this time? Are we going to have what is going to happen? What?
As we know, Sharon has basically become her own Hydra.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a subplot about Captain being brought back as a Hydra agent only to turn out to be a Skrull?
Oh, God!
What if we use this to introduce the Skrull? What if we do this? What if it turns into that? What if Captain America 4 is literally called Secret Invasion? I mean, Captain America films are based on espionage. So, what more espionage than a Secret Invasion with clones and shit?
Holy shit, I didn't think of that.
Like,
that would be cool.
Sam could have his own personal Virgil. Sam versus not Captain. You're not worthy of that shield. Stars and stripes. Oh yeah, by the way, cool point that Sam he basically used the Stars and Stripes move during the final fight. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. All right.
I mean, they could do it. It could happen.
They could, yeah. No, and
we got a wrestling anime with Crunchyroll and WWE, my man. Everything is possible right now.
Yes, anything can happen in all aspects of entertainment.
Ow!
And speaking
my
of,
face hurts. I smile too much.
It's all right, but
That
on
happened
the
to you guys?
huh?
Yeah. Like right over here, in the jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but now we're gonna go
Fuckers
ahead
are making
and
me have fun.